It may have taken a few centuries, but that's Hell's University finally complete. To give the builder a bit of slack, this is an absolute backrooms nightmare of a build inside, so no wonder it took so long to create it. Nonetheless though, the uni's up and we've been able to do some research. Research to unlock the hospital and the barracks. The two missing builds that complete the main keep. So no prizes at guessing what our idiots will be doing today then. Sticking with the university, there's also another two builds integrated within it. The school and library, both of which also need research to unlock them, but at least they have fairly easy unlock requirements. So we'll start the research for both those builds, granted only one at a time. We'd need to upgrade the uni to level 2 in order to research more than one at a time, but I really can't be arsed making any more bookshelves for now. We'll try and hold off on that until we unlock the sawmill and get this lot doing it for us instead. That sawmill mention is also a rather nice segue to Heaven's sawmill. The research's finished for it now, so we can actually start building it. As well as the hospital, which I believe Promise has already made a start on. This is going to be a real busy episode today, at least that's what I've planned it to be. But I'm sure before long, I'll get distracted by something, most likely a rabbit or a bee or something equally redundant, and we'll accomplish nothing. You know, a standard episode. So I've assigned Ellis the hospital build upgrade, and what do you need? Well, what do you need that I can maybe fix? He's upgrading the town hall to level 2 at the moment, which I'm going to stop actually. That was just to give him something to do. Maybe by cancelling that will fix his AI and he'll start on the hospital. Yep, that seems to have done the trick, and he's nearly 50% supplied for it already. Joanna has been set the barracks build to do. She's in the process of clearing it out at the moment and is also nearly 50% supplied for it. There's a few things both builders will need eventually, which I will get for them, but I'm mainly going to let the delivery system give them whatever they need for the time being. Our newest builder, Natalie, is upgrading a corridor at the moment. Corridors are fun and useful and all, but I have a better thing for her to get on with, and that is to upgrade all 4 of our couriers to level 2, which really shouldn't take that long. Yes, we got the warehouse up to level 2, so we can now have 4 couriers working within it. The delivery system has been upgraded. I've taught the builders how to make their own stone bricks actually. They'll continue doing that for their own needs until we get the stonemason built. Another nice little life hack really. One less thing for me to do. All I now need to do is supply cobblestone to the smelters and keep their power topped up. Then just ship all the stone away. Some call it laziness, I call it automation and laziness. Anyway, we have a few items here on the open request list which I will need to supply for them, so let's do that quickly, then get over to Heaven. Before we help this lot with what they need, what we are going to quickly do is head over to the uni and just see if we can do any research over here, because I'm pretty sure, just like Hell, this university also has its own library and maybe a school build in it eventually. But in order to build these things first, we're of course going to need to research it. So we'll at least get the ball rolling with that. Yeah, there's already quite a few items here on the list which we'll need to supply them with. How difficult is the sawmill build to get up actually? Because if we could get that up here first, that would save me having to make any wooden items. Yeah, it still kind of looks complicated, but regardless, we'll maybe get Promise doing that for us. I've placed the sawmill down just next to the warehouse, as I know these two builds are going to synergize nicely with each other. Heaven, at least in these early days, is quite wood heavy, which is also what your mum says about me. So the less travel time between storage and crafting probably makes sense. I know that Promise is building the hospital at the moment, and I've just assigned her that sawmill as well. What is Brooks doing actually? A residence build by the looks of it, just awaiting a few more items in for it. There's our researchers in Hell, just unravelled the mysteries of Keen. That is the library build, now unlocked over in Hell. Good, that was quick. And Brooks is building this triplex house design over here. I actually have the A and B design of the triplex just beside each other, so he's constructing both of those at the moment. Which isn't that important. We have enough housing at the moment in heaven thanks to the Machia design over here, so we're going to pause that and instead we'll get Brooks then doing the sawmill for us. That's a problem with having so many build work orders and not enough builders to do it for us. Although in saying that, I do have plans to install yet a third builder for this colony. I reckon by the end of our Heaven and Hell playthrough we're going to have loads of builders in both colonies just to keep up with the sheer size that they're both going to get. I think somewhere in this area we have here, I'm going to install another one of those builder Machia type builds, pretty much exactly like the one we already have. So it will comprise of housing, a builder of course, maybe even some courier end pieces that'll be right beside the warehouse. Dalton has the flu, so isn't delivering anything at the moment, and let me guess, Lewis, you're the exact same, which probably explains why we aren't getting anything constructed over here at the moment. We are working on the hospital, but it's going to take you two chaps getting healed to actually deliver items over to her. As for this Machia design, leave that with me, I will plan it out a bit better. I still need to get some more avenue roads and smaller roads placed around here too, and we'll see if we can then fit these type of builds into this area here. I think it could work, and if not, we'll do it anyway. Well, I was really hoping to get Brooks started on the sawmill and we could get that build up, just so then we could start supplying the rest of our colony with wood items. But he's sick, as is the rest of our colony by the looks of it, so we are just going to need to prioritise getting a hospital up, which is already nearly 80% supplied for it. There really isn't that much more. I just need to stop being lazy. And that's her now sorted for it. Back in hell, and I see that the hospital is fast approaching 25% completion. Thank you for taking care of the blockade there, Blue. Here's your episodely Blue stats. The barracks is a bit of a bigger build, so I know it's going to take Joanna a bit longer to get it up. To the point we're only 1% done actually. At least we're getting some walls in, which should keep the nasties at bay, and we're requesting in some more items for it, including the archery and combat academy builds, both of which are easy to craft. I've seen a few messages pop up there about the warehouse couriers being upgraded, which indeed they have, and there's some research done in Heaven. Oh, as well as the hospital. Perfect. Heaven has done well there. Just 2 more couriers to upgrade in hell. And the barracks is going to require some vertically striped tough panels. I assume we can craft tough? Yes we can, quite easily actually. We'll do that, get some more acacia wood made, and head back to Heaven just to see that hospital. Good. Well, it is nice to see a hospital up finally, and a place for all of our sick idiots to come to. Lawrence seems to be the doctor and is requesting in some carrots and potatoes at the moment. I've got a few on me here, so you can take those in quick and go heal all these other idiots. I do recall this build having its own guard tower, which we can build. A very difficult build, of course. And Brooks has made some progress on the clearing out frontier of the sawmill, although I'm not quite sure where he is at the moment. He's just needing a shovel to continue working actually, which is absolutely fine. I can go supply him with that. Thank you very much, very handy little colony map. As for Promise, now that she's done the hospital, I believe she's moved on to do one of those triplex houses. Yes, she has, and is requesting in a few items here, which is fine, I've got her sorted. Blocks of iron, framed thin walls, requiring blocks of iron and blocks of iron, are some materials Brooks needs for the sawmill. Kind of expensive. Well, normally would be kind of expensive, not for us though. And good, there's Promise just finished with one of those triplex houses. Grand. Let's just get her doing the second one as well then whilst we're at it. Just after she finishes off the very difficult guard tower upgrade. The research for the library clearly finished quite some time ago, so that's grand. Let's unlock the school one next. And what we'll do over in heaven is we'll get Promise then upgrading or building the library here. And we'll start the research to unlock the school over here in hell as well. I don't think we actually need to do anything with the library over here. I think this just simply upgrades as the university upgrades. Also, these idiots have the measles. The hospital is pretty much complete, although we've had to move Natalie over and she's continuing doing the work, seeing as Ellis's AI is doing that stupid running away because we're hungry act. But Natalie's now finished upgrading all 4 couriers to level 2 anyway, so there's no issue with her doing that for us. Well, Natalie is fully supplied for the upgrade anyway, so we'll leave that in her capable hands. Joanna is a third of the way done with the barracks build. This is getting a lot of acacia wood put into it. Nice flammable acacia wood rather than solid stone, but whatever. There are still a few more items which we will need to supply her with, mainly acacia, but that'll be it. And that'll be the main keep, more or less done. Good, there's a hospital. Back over in heaven, and we have Promise requesting in a lot of items here for the house upgrade. Items which I am not going to craft because the sawmill is nearly up and it'll craft them for us. We are fast approaching 95% completion with it. We are just putting in the final roof tiles and there it is. Grand. True automation starts now. And there's the school unlocked. Well, I think we've accomplished pretty much everything we set out to do today. I've still got a few more roads to place in, and a potential new builder macchia to design, as well as some more wood recipes for heaven to teach. As for hell, we are really just waiting on the barracks finishing, which is getting there. We're about 50-ish% done with it, so it really shouldn't take all that much longer to complete. But I'm satisfied.